Did you just buy a new rebounder and you're wondering, am I doing this right? And what is the safest and most effective way to get started? Well, you're in the right place. My name is Michelle. I've been teaching rebounding workouts for nearly 10 years, and I have helped thousands of women all over the world improve their fitness, build confidence, and discover just how fun exercise can be. Today, I'm gonna walk you through the 8 must-know rebounding moves that every beginner should know. I'm gonna talk about proper form, how to use a stability bar if you have one, common mistakes to avoid that I see in here all the time, and some of the amazing benefits rebounding can have on your overall health and your longevity. Now, before we get started, it's totally fine to be a little bit nervous getting on this rebounding surface. It can be a little bit wobbly, so if you are nervous about your balance, I highly suggest getting the bar. Most rebounders that are on the market will offer the bar option. What's great about the bar is gonna make you feel safe, and that is a big factor in you coming back again and again. You're gonna build your confidence, you're gonna feel less wobble, and you're gonna eventually get rid of this bar. Now seriously, one of the biggest benefits to rebounding is the fun factor. You're gonna get on your rebounder, and the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna smile. Then you might get a little bit nervous, you're like, oh my gosh, but you will have so much fun. And when you have fun in your workouts, it's so much easier to keep coming back, isn't it? So go and enjoy that rebounder. Think about all the joy that it brings you and how it makes you feel, because that is when you get back on it again. Let's start off with move 1, health bounce. This is your foundational movement. You're gonna step on top of your rebounding surface, open up your base, that's gonna give you more stability. And like I said, if you need to, use your handlebar, but have the hands on there lightly. We wanna start to push down into the feet. Now, when I say down into the feet, I mean the whole foot. I am keeping in contact with the whole surface here. I am not lifting my legs or my feet or anything off this rebounding surface. We have a slight bend in the knees. We stick our butt out just a little bit, and I want you to roll your shoulders back and down. Brace your core, and it's that feeling like when you're gonna cough really hard or someone's gonna punch you in the stomach, you keep it a little bit tight. And then you also wanna brace your pelvic floor. And that's that zipping up, feeling deep inside that area. One common mistake that I hear is that, oh my gosh, Michelle, my calves are burning. Sometimes we tend to go into the toes a lot, and that's gonna activate that calf. We wanna push through the whole foot, especially in the health bounce. We're gonna activate all these amazing muscles in your legs, your core, everything is activated here. So again, we push through the whole foot. Now, ankle stability, it's an uneven surface. Your ankles are gonna be feeling it right away. So warm up ahead of time. Maybe you do some ankle stretching. Same thing afterwards. Your calves might be burning afterwards. Stretch them out. Remember, start slow. Maybe you just do 1 minute. Maybe you progress to 2 or 3, you can go to 5, but remember, it's the consistency that is gonna be the key for your body to get conditioned and for you to feel more confident. I do wanna make sure that you understand that the health bounce can move up into what I call the basic bounce, where you have your feet open, again, nice and wide, and we push through the whole foot. But in a basic bounce, we're popping the knees up. The knee stays soft, the shoulders stay rolled back, and your core stays braced. But as you get stronger and more confident, you're gonna feel that your core engages more to pop those knees up. And the reason that they're coming up is because you're pushing more into that down bounce. When you push down, you're able to pop the knees up. That is how you can progress that health bounce into the basic bounce. Move 2 is the jumping jack, where we take the feet out and in. I want you to start with your feet on that wide base. I'm gonna use the handlebar for this one to demonstrate. I'm gonna take it out for 2 bounces and then hop in for 2 bounces. So out, 2, in, 2. And then when you feel more confident, you can take it for those singles. It does go much faster, So again, take it to the pace that works for you. Now, speaking about speed, everybody says, Michelle, I can't keep up with you. Every rebounding surface has different tension on it. I like an athletic bounce, which means it's a little bit tighter. If you want a softer, more gentle bounce, you're gonna want the bungees to be a little bit lighter, so less tension. What's nice about the jump sport that I'm using today, I can adjust the bungees to give it more tightness or to loosen it up because it has a knot system that I can flip it over and I can adjust the knots for the tension. So again, if you want to have that more athletic bounce, you want tighter bungees, you want that softer, joyful, easier on the joints, you want the softer bungees. Now, if the jack is not for you, I can take those feet, I can step touch. Take it over and out, over and out. And I keep that little bit of bounce. So I have my knees soft, my shoulders down and back, and my core is braced. So is my pelvic floor. It's a little bit zipped up and in. And the one thing to remember is just move. There's no perfection here. What do you wear on your feet when you're rebounding? Well, that really is up to you. If you have some ankle issues or foot issues, maybe you want to wear your shoes. I would suggest something that's a little bit flatter, maybe a training shoe, because we are moving in all different directions, not just a front to back. So walking shoes, running shoes are gonna have a lot of support in them, and they can irritate your ankles. You could do this barefoot. You could have socks on that have grips. Trial and error, see what feels best for you. Move 3, front to back. This one I'm gonna do without the handlebar just to show you my feet. Again, start with those feet open. I take my body, I'm gonna push it forward for 2 hops, push it back for 2 hops. So forward, back. And I like the doubles because it gives me enough time to move. I don't have to worry about going fast here. If you need to, you can take this into a march forward and a march back. And then you're keeping in contact with the rebounding surface the whole time. Now, the one thing you're gonna notice, and even for me right now, whoo, my heart rate goes up pretty fast on here. The reason why, we're activating every single cell in your body. There's so much being activated here. So walking is just my legs. Here, I gotta brace my core. I'm using my arms, I'm like using everything. So you're gonna notice that you might be winded a little bit easier, even if you're in good shape. So have a little grace, take your time, build your way up. It's definitely gonna improve your VO2. Move 4, alternating heels. I'm pushing one heel out, so I have my base, and then the other heel out. And again, as I'm doing this, I have that little bit of bounce in my body. See how I'm still in that health bounce, but now I add that toe going up and the heel pushing down. Adding the arms, woo, that's gonna get that heart rate up. So if you need to and you have your handlebar, keep your hands on there. Remember, go to a pace that works for you. So maybe you have to slow it down. Maybe there's less bounce. And then when you start to feel that comfortable in confidence, and of course you're gonna smile and you're gonna laugh, and you're gonna have a good time, you take it to that next level. I want you to be nice and tall. Eyes are looking out in front. I know you're gonna glance down every now and then, but I prefer for you to have your eyes up. So another mistake that I see is if we're on that rebounder with the handlebar, is to be looking at the feet all the time. We don't wanna hurt your back. We want your back to be strong here. So always roll it back. Sometimes your bar might need to come a little bit higher so that you can make sure you have enough room to stand up nice and tall. Move 5, twist. We're just gonna pick up those feet. It could just be the heels, and we're gonna twist the hips side to side. So again, I'm just releasing the heels, digging into the balls of my feet, either hands on the handlebar, or they can be out to help counterbalance, and I'm just shaking the hips side to side. More pushing into the heel. Now remember, I keep saying this, we wanna be in that down bounce. Move 6, scissor. We're gonna open up that base. This one not too wide. I would go shoulder hip width apart. I'm gonna athletic arm, bring my right foot forward, my left foot back. Again, I like the double bounce, and then I switch again. 1, 2, 1, 2. Hand, face, cheek, butt cheek. There's a little bit of a jump here. So if you're not really ready to kind of lift off that surface, you can take the feet forward and back, forward and back. 1, 2, 1, 2. And again, athletic arms. And if I want to, I could add more bounce into this. And then when you feel confident, you go into that little switch. And then when we get more confident, right, we take it to singles. That's a lot faster. So again, doubles works great. Hand again, face cheek, butt cheek. It'll help you with your balance. And this one really gets that heart rate up. So you could do short intervals, maybe just 10 seconds, or you just do 4 of them. And you're like, whew, back to my health bounce. Move 7, surf. We're gonna pick a hip, which is gonna be my right hip, and I'm gonna turn it to the front of my rebounder. So again, I'm picking up both feet. There's a little bit bigger jump here, going from one direction to the other. I like to use my arms to help, a little more coordination here. Keep that length in your spine. I'll show you on the other rebounder too. So I'm focusing on that right hip, twisting it, and I keep my spine nice and tall, knees a little bit soft. Really feel that waist, like you're wringing out your wet washcloth. Then you can do the other side. Listen to this amazing benefit, because people don't talk about this. Step count. When you're on that rebounding surface, you get so many more steps than you do when you're walking outside. And you can do it when the weather is bad. Move 8, ski. We're gonna take the feet into a narrow stance. This one I do like to use with the handlebar, especially if you're starting off. And we take our hips, we go to the right 2 and the left. Think about skiing, right? Those moguls, you push the hip out, so my feet turn in, my heels turn out, and then I hop to the other side. And you can make that sound too, like you're skiing down the slopes. And then when you feel like you got it, whoo. These ones that I've saved to the end, they definitely jack up that heart rate. And these are good to do interval style. Interval style means like you do them for 10 or 15 seconds, and then you go into your basic bounce. You could even take the basic bounce and march it. Just like I said before, I can take it even to that step touch. Bring it to the level that works best for you. So the biggest takeaway that I want for you as a new bouncer is consistency, no matter what you do. So if you can just get on here for 1 minute a day, that is 1 minute more than you did before. Remember, your body is different than my body. I've been on a rebounding surface for over 10 years, so I'm definitely gonna have a lot of confidence. I can definitely move all over my rebounder. But look at, all you gotta do is start. You start with the basics, and then you build from there. And even if you just stay at more of the basics, you can always take those basic movements and intensify them. By either using, you can use your handlebar, you can add light resistance to it, you can make the tempo faster, you can change your surface that you're jumping on. Maybe you upgrade your rebounding surface. If you started off with one that came from Amazon, maybe you invest in something that you know is gonna give you more longevity along the way and a better, safer bounce. I hope this video was of value to you and that you can take away some key elements to starting your rebounding journey. If you need more guidance along the way, I have some health bounce videos that are 1 minute up to 5 minutes, so you can just be consistent with them. Once you're ready to, I have a 2-week beginner series right here on YouTube. I also have another beginner series right in my app that you can access and have no distractions with some amazing music. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and tap that bell so you never miss a workout. And if you have any questions, just leave them below and I will get back to you. To get started on your rebounding journey, all you have to do is click up here for the 1 minute health bounce, and all the programs that I talked about, they're in the description box below. I'll see you on that rebounding surface. If you're looking for more, maybe it's accountability, a community, programming, progressive overload, questions to be answered, join me inside my app where I give you nutrition guidance, direct messaging me, ad-free workouts, an upgrade in that music, and a community of women all cheering you on. You'll also have access to progress tracking and a library of additional workouts. Start your free 7-day trial today.